Hi everyone, this is Jay Turner from oscareerlife.com. This video, I believe, is going to be very special to women everywhere that may have seen themselves in a pretty, almost like a depressive state. You're kind of confused, you are reading, you're praying, you're meditating, and you're getting frustrated, and you need to make sense of what's going on in your life. As a career and business and life strategist, my job is to make sure that you are equipped with the tools necessary to live an optimized life. And in that, we can give all the tips on, resumes and how to find the right job, how to, connect with the managers and all of these things. But if you don't have the basic spiritual tools to make your decisions, your work, your behavior, all of that work all together for optimized purpose, then you're going to lose total insight, because I can't talk about a lot of things that I do without first talking about the spiritual connection to the things that we do on this side. And when I say on this side, I mean in a natural sense: the taste, touch, feel, handle, things like that, smell, the five senses, all the things that we deal with. So there is a internal working that we have to do on the inside to make sure that the work of our hands is efficient and it's productive. We want to be able to be efficient in what we do. We want to be able to empower and impact anything that we place our hands on. And today, my video is going to be about wisdom. That is the topic for today. And we're going to talk about how important it is that we get wisdom. And I'm telling you, I'm 30 years old, and it took me a while to get to this point. And it's still a journey. We all have to daily work on ourselves. And I think that when we get to a point where we have to be able to share the different aspects of our journey that we had to go through in order to get to the place where we are, because the same woman I am at 30 years old was not the same Jay that walked this earth, at 19 years old. There were some things that I had to experience and go through. But one of the things that I have been gifted and blessed to be able to work through is the gift of wisdom. And, I've always been kind of wise beyond my years, but when you're younger, you're trying to do everything with everybody. But I think that as I grew, and through personal experiences and just different things that I had to go through as an adult, I had to learn wisdom quickly. I had to learn how to grasp wisdom fairly quickly than everyone else. So I really wanted to give this piece of, knowledge and information to women who want to do more and to impact more and to empower, especially if you're called to empower others. These are things and tools that you really need to incorporate into your own mental processes as you give to others. So wisdom. What is wisdom? Now, this video, I will have to tell you, has a biblical foundation. So if you are a Christian, if you are a follower of God, then this definitely will resonate within you. So I just wanted to give that disclaimer now. But I do think that wisdom has a lot to do with the way that we see life and how we need to make good decisions. So basically, that leads to a verse that I love. Wisdom is definitely in the Bible a lot. And it's God-given. I do believe that. Proverbs chapter 4 verse 7 states that wisdom is the principal thing. What does that mean? When you say wisdom is the principal thing, I took the time, and I'm a word researcher. I like to look up the origin of words, and I like to find out the meaning. And when you say wisdom is the principal thing, principal, and it's P-A-L at the end, not P-L-E, principal thing, it is the most important. It is first. So anytime you're thinking about doing anything, you've got to have wisdom first. Wisdom is important in our lives, ladies. How we raise our children, how we treat our husbands and our significant others, how we deal with our customers, our clients, how we deal with the people on our job, how we, connect with other people. We've got to have a sense of wisdom. Wisdom is definitely responsible for how we make decisions. What is wisdom? If you go back to the dictionary, what is defined as wisdom? Wisdom is the ability to make the right decisions. It's to have proper discernment as to what's good and what's not. So, what are some different ways that you can use wisdom? Number one, you use wisdom when you're choosing a mate. And I think most times we are attracted to the guys with the money, the guys with the bling, the guys with the big body Benz, the guys with the BMW and 3 bedroom high-rise condo in a major metropolitan area, working, making 6 figures. We are attracted to those. But there are a lot of men in those particular statuses that, that have mental issues. They may have issues with, having a down low personality. But because we don't have that, we're only attracted to what we see. But we can't see past the guy. Different cues that are given to us, shows us that we're making, we have a difficult decision to make. Another way that you can use wisdom is when you're interviewing for jobs. Well, when you go on your interview, that is your time to really seek out the place. If you're waiting too long for the manager to come out, if they're not really interested in your skill set, they're only interested in you coming to work, they don't ask you anything else, and you're not allowed to ask questions. They tell you what type of managers and you're okay with that. Different things are often brought to the surface first. And that's another thing. When wisdom is in the working, you can really dissect the information that you're given, even in the natural sense. People can be telling you, I am this, I don't want to get married, this type of job is going to require a whole lot of overtime, this job is going to require a whole lot of travel, and this business is going to take this out of you, it's going to be an investment of this much. Before you sign any contract or before you give your heart to someone, you've got to be careful. You've got it right there in front of you to assess the situation and say, you know what? Because this does not take into consideration of what my heart and what my mission is in life, then I'm going to have to decline. Before I give my heart and my investment and my emotions to someone, I'm going to make sure it's all the way right. And I think that sometimes we are taken by what's attractive to us by the eye. For example, back to relationships. We see the men and we see all this money that they're throwing at us and look at all the, the lavish dinners, and then get into a relationship, get knee deep into it, where you are now exchanging soul ties with this person, and now all of a sudden you're knee deep in the relationship and you have gotten to a hole emotionally that you feel like you can't get out of. And so, his negative traits start to surface now. Now he's verbally abusing you. Now he's calling you out of your name. His attitude is bad. He's, not putting you first. And now you feel neglected. But wisdom had already shown you, at the beginning, that this person on the first and second date was already telling you what type of person he was. And, and so at that time, you should have taken proper steps and saying, you know what? I hear you. I see the money. I see the glamour and the glitz in this. I love the fact that you're able to afford to take me to dinners and 5-star restaurants. But the information that you're telling me, my wisdom is informing me that we are not meant to be. So with that being said, ladies, I want us to really take into account what wisdom is and why it's so important, not only in all of our gifts, as chapter 4 verse 7 says in the Bible, that all of our getting, while we're researching and we're going to school and we're getting, the business opportunities and we're getting the branding help and we're getting coaching, that we're getting an understanding. What does that mean? Understanding means that you are having the ability to comprehend what is being given to you. So it's not that I'm being told this information, but that I understand how it can impact my life. Sound good, don't it? So I'm just saying, if you have nothing else, wisdom teaches you not to give up. Wisdom teaches you to stick through it, even in the bad times. So that means that when your business is, they're having slow times, clients are not coming, wisdom teaches you to go research. Get your marketing plan together. Get your finances in order. Spend more time with your spouse. Spend more time with your family. Take a vacation. Get some meditation time. Come back and regroup, and then be able to serve women again. This is what wisdom teaches you. Wisdom also teaches you to stick to that job. Yes, a door has not opened up yet. The opportunity has not come where you have to put everything else down and run to it yet. But wisdom teaches you to take more time and focus on your skills. Take more time and focus on building a relationship with your manager so that you will have great recommendation letters when you leave. Wisdom teaches you to go out and read things and to pray more and to meditate more. What does wisdom do for us? The next verse is very powerful. If you are in your Bible and you're kind of testing out what I'm saying, wisdom, if you exalt her, which means that if you embrace her, if you make her the fruit of your thoughts and make her productive in your own internal life, then guess what she's going to do for you? And it's so cool that wisdom is a girl, by the way. She's a her. And it's so wonderful because it's important to identify with this girl. She is always telling us what we need to do. Giving us insight on the things that should matter to us, and we have to be able to make a decision based off of what we see, but not only what we see, but what we cannot see. And wisdom works in that, the things that we can't see, with the information that we can. We can make decisions based on that. But if you exalt her in your life, if you become one with her, if you seek her daily, it's not something that you learn in school. You don't read about wisdom. Wisdom is often compared to common sense, and in some ways it is, because common sense is not learned in a school setting. We are taught, practical information in terms of what can make our jobs better or our work better, financial inventions and practical information in business and engineering, teaching, education, etc. But wisdom is for the things that we can't see. And we only learn that through a spiritual connection with the Creator, because He is the only one that can rain down wisdom. He's the only one that can give us wisdom. But if we are careful in using wisdom as a practical principle tool to our decision-making skills, then guess what she's going to do for us? She is going to promote us. That's amazing to me. Because if you use wisdom the right way, if you listen to the opportunity and you make a sound decision based on your heart, your spirit, your overall mission, and listen to the Creator speak to you internally, then guess what? If you follow the path, not only do you listen, but that you obey, she's going to promote you. What does promotion mean? Promotion means that she will flourish you. She will promote and advance you in levels that you can never imagine. And wisdom is the thing that you use, because most of us didn't come from wealthy families. I know I didn't. My family struggled when I was a young child. So I didn't have, an investment backing me up as soon as I graduated high school. I didn't have the freedom of knowing that my college tuition was already paid for. Wisdom taught me to seek out financial support for my education. You know, wisdom taught me how to listen to my desires and to connect with where I'm going, to be able to make a decision. Now, if you're not going where I'm going, then I can't fool with you. So that's basically what it is. If a man is telling you all these different things to make your ears sweet, then honey, you need to listen. And you need to key in on those things. And you need to make a decision. Is this man going to go where I'm going? Is he respectful of my path? Is he respectful of where my God is taking me? If I tell him about my business and my dreams of starting one, is he going to laugh at me? Is he going to think that entrepreneurship for women is a bunch of crap? How is he going to look at me? So wisdom teaches you things that you cannot see. It's a spiritual deposit, I think, that you need to make in yourself this week. Get wisdom. Seek these things that are not of this world. It's a bigger, greater sense. It's bigger than Super Soul Sunday. It's bigger than church. It's bigger than just having talks with our families and friends. It's bigger than that. It's about affirmations, watching out for affirmations everywhere, and really listening to our surroundings, listening to our heart, and be able to make decisions based, even if it hurts, even if it's a decision that you really want to take, but something is pulling you to say no, or it's not the right time, or telling you, take this opportunity, leave everything behind and just go. Yeah, you may not have all the money. Yes, you may not have all of the savings that you wish you would have had at this point, but guess what? You have wisdom. Ladies, I hope you enjoyed this video today. This week, focus on wisdom. Focus on getting wisdom. If you exalt her in your life, if you put her first, if you prioritize her in your life, guess what? She's going to do the same for you. If you exalt her, she will exalt you. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful week ahead. Feel free to connect with me on oscareerlife.com. Send me an email. Connect with me on Twitter. Even like our Facebook page, OS Career Life. Thank you so much. God bless. All my sisters, have a wonderful week and be blessed.